Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Reed's Room. Today we're talking about Sinners. I watched it last night. Gotta talk about it. It was good. I liked it. Okay, if you haven't watched Sinners yet, do not watch this because I'm gonna be telling all the good stuff. Like, it's probably gonna ruin the movie for you. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it and then come back and watch the video. Also, y'all know I always got a loophole for something. So if you have a Fire Stick, download Cinema. All the new movies on there. You didn't hear it from me though. Popcorn Films with the Z on the end of films has it, and Try Soap Today. Cause people saying they going to the movie theaters multiple times to see a movie is crazy. I got a movie theater in my living room, so I don't know what that's about. Okay, Sinners with Michael B. Jordan. So the synopsis is... Also, Michael B. Jordan plays his own twin, which is so tight. And even though it's the same person, they use makeup to change it because, I don't know, like, they got different vibes to them. And their facial features look different. So trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers return to their Mississippi hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. Okay, so I didn't know too much about the film before I watched it last night, but it's like a vampire film. Like, if you've seen Vampire in Brooklyn, it's kind of like that. But I'm not here to tell you what the film is about. I just want to go through the characters because, first of all, Annie, prime example of they don't believe you until you show them, because they was talking about her and her little witchcraft or whatever she was doing until they needed her, until she was the one to save all y'all asses. Now she's you know, now you want, like, don't do that. Because before that, it didn't work. Didn't nobody believe in her. But when she was saving y'all, now Annie top tier. Like, she already knew what it was. She my favorite off top. I don't care. And I loved her in Lovecraft Country, so I'm probably biased, but yeah, she did that. Without her, the movie would have ended 20 minutes in. Like, And I don't like the way y'all coming for her because she's a full-figured woman. And she's not the societal norm of Hollywood. But without this movie, it wouldn't have hit the same. Like, Annie is that girl. Okay, so we're going to start off with the basic. Michael B. Jordan, main character. He played Smoke and Stack. And y'all probably know him from The Wire. Like, everybody been talking about The Wire lately. It's been coming back into play. Like, The Wire hasn't been that show. And it surprises me that y'all ain't never seen The Wire because it came out, like, I was watching that when I was a kid. But yeah, he played in The Wire too. Okay, so Smoke and Stack, basically they came back from Chicago. Probably hit some licks or something. Apparently Stack was pimping women, I guess. But yeah, they came back with some money, bought the sawmill. Okay. Listen, once they came back in town, that's when all hell broke loose. But honestly, I think they came back in town at the perfect time, because if they hadn't came back and the vampires came, that whole town would have been wiped out. Like, they needed to come back at the exact moment they came back. That's why I say everything happens for a reason, because, like, it just all played out how it's supposed to play out. Now, Stack and Mary, prime example of a toxic relationship. You would have never told me that many times that you didn't want me. I don't care if you protected me or not. Oh, I'm gone. Bye. See, you ain't even got to finish your sentence. She should have got on that train like she was supposed to do and left. Because, of course, she was the downfall of Stack. But maybe it wasn't his downfall, because it seemed like he liked it. It seemed like that's where he wanted to be. So, okay. Now, Smoke and Annie. I love that. I love them together. I don't know. It's kind of messed up. So apparently they had a baby. The baby died. Smoke ended up leaving for like 7 years. Came back with the of course, I love yous and I miss yous, but Annie already knew what it was. Annie not stupid. That's why I fuck with Annie. I like Annie. Cause she already knew what it was. Why are you here? What you do down in Chicago that you running from, that you back here in my face after 7 years? And they probably, did they have phones? I don't even think they had phones. So you ain't called, you ain't talked for 7 years, and we just lost the baby? Oh no. But yeah, they definitely missed each other because they got it cracking right on in the, what was that, a kitchen? I don't even know what it was, but they wasted no time. She said, I know what I want. Come on and drop them jaws and give it to me. Let's talk about, okay, Sammy, you're next. I like Sammy. I feel like, he was a good character. Like, even though his dad tried to warn him of the evils of the world, like, you gotta let people find out for themselves. And at the end of it, when he came back into the church, he still didn't give up music. Like, I don't think it was necessarily the ways of, like, the juke club or whatever. Like, he had a connection to the music. Like, that was his passion. And his dad wanted him to choose, and he chose his passion. Like, he chose the music. But at the end, when he went back, I feel like people will always go back to what they know is right, in a sense. But, like, you still have to live your life for you. You can't just live your life because your dad or your parents think that's the right thing you should do. So in that aspect, I'm proud of him for doing what he loves. And plus, he was gifted. When he sang that song, I felt it. I felt that it was, he did what he was supposed to do. That's what he was born to do. Let's talk about Cornbread. He was one of my favorites because when he was out there, when he was outside that juke talking about, are y'all gonna let me in? And everybody looking at him crazy. I said, oh, you're not getting in. Like, he wasn't even slick. At least when Mary asked to get in, like at the very beginning, she at least said, well, are you gonna get out of my way? Like, you blocking the way. But Cornbread walking up to the door acting all weird off the top. His eyes look weird. We're supposed to be kind to each other. Like, what are you talking about? You've been a doorman this whole night and you ain't asked nobody to let you in. Now listen, no. I love his character though. He's funny. Perlene. She started that off with, I'm married. And then had her legs open, laid back on the counter by the end of it. Hey, she wanted Sammy bad. It was no denying. She's beautiful though, so that was funny. She got up on that. So I was looking at some videos. Apparently that dance scene in the movie is the same as Good Times. That photo of Good Times when they dancing. I was like, damn, that is tight. Like, it's so many gems in this movie. I love it. But yeah, Lil Parlene, she was really messing with Sammy because when she got turned into a vampire, she's like, golly, like, don't try to save me. It's over. Her whole neck was gone. But yeah, for that night, that was probably the best night. Okay, let's talk about Delta Slim. He could have avoided it all. He could have avoided. That's why money is the root of all evil. Because he literally had his own thing going. Like, he played at the little juke, wherever he played at for 10 years. Wasn't a lot of money, but it was stable money. Like, he knew it was going to be there. He took a chance being greedy off that liquor, off that $40. That $40 get you in trouble every time. That $40. Same night he did. When he could have just went back to what he was doing, and he probably would have been alive for another few years, however much time he had, because that liquor was going to get to him. That man was a drunk. But yeah, he went out like an OG though. He tried to save everybody. He sacrificed himself. I can respect it. Who else is it? Oh, let's talk about Remy, because he the one who started it all. And the Native Americans tried to stop. They tried to warn him. But you see how racism be clouding our judgment? Because if y'all were to listen to the Native Americans, y'all would still be alive. But because the hate in y'all heart, y'all dead forever. Yeah. Y'all trust. Let me not even. But yeah, they tried to run him. After they saw the little KKK hoodie on the thing, and it was like, oh, so that's what type of time you on? They got up out of there. And the sun was going down, and it was like, yeah, you gonna get what you deserve, because you're not even trying to hear us out. You thinking you know what it is. Oh, okay, back to what I was saying. Okay, so Rumik turned the two people. And then, see, this is why we gotta stop being so understanding, because look, 3 white people in the middle of Mississippi, no more white people around. They talking about, oh, they heard, you ain't hear nothing. Because white and blacks, they didn't even conversate back then. So who told you where this was going to be? So that's red flag number 1. Red flag number 2 is y'all was too thirsty to get in. Then the song y'all picked was Foreshadow, because y'all talking about picking bones. Like, they're trying to eat y'all. And then Stack ass was just vibing along with him. Like, no, these are not people to vibe with. What are you doing? Smoke, he at least got some common sense. Like, he in tune a little bit. Ain't nobody in tune like Annie. That's why I mess with Annie. But Smoke, he a little bit. He knew something was off. Perlene knew something was off. Mary's stupid. She only looking for the money. And of course, I think because they white, so, you know, they got money. But, or they might have said they had some money. Either way, she messed up going after the money. Annie knew something was wrong. And it was somebody else at the door. Her name, Sammy. Sammy could feel it too. Because he was looking at them all types of weird. And then Grace and her husband, they were there when it was good. But like when times got hard, they was not playing. Like they was trying to hit the road. And that's where she messed up, because she sent her husband out there. He got bit by a vampire. When she could have just, because the husband didn't even want to leave. He was trying to make sure they was cool. She was talking about, we came to make money basically, and that's it. And which I understand it, but that was also your downfall, because don't just try to take the money and not care about the people. Like, y'all been knowing them since they had to be kids, because he knew little Lisa, which means she was a kid. So y'all been knowing each other. But they said they was only in it for the money. They was trying to get the money and get up out of there. But yeah, when she told them to come in, I was so mad. I was like, this goddamn. But I don't know. She had her reasons, because about your kids, you're going to do whatever. But it was like, dang, I think I agree with her, because if they would have waited until morning, the whole town probably would have been ate up that next night. Like, how was y'all all going to kill them? How are they all going to be in the same space again? So yeah, she was like, nah, we about to kill all of them tonight. You're not about to get my daughter. But she could have gave them a heads up. Like, you just inviting people in because you mad right now. Like, let's get a plan together. Not everybody rushing trying to get ready for them to come in. It's like, you only killed one person. You went straight for your husband and killed him. That's it. Burned alive with your husband. You could have took more people out than that. You could have killed him real quick. Boom, boom. Kill some more people. And then did what you was going to do. Like, you maybe could have made it. Maybe. But you just going to kill him. And there's how many vampires out there? And then somebody need to pimp slap Mary. Mary was getting on my nerves. Stack told you at the train station to leave. Did not listen. Came to the juke joint. Again, he told you. You crying on the dance floor. He telling you he not messing with you. Even if he lying, where is the self-respect? Because he's telling you this out his mouth. Leave, girl. But that was Stack's downfall, because now she done ate you up. And that scene, in the back room, I was like, whoa. That's when that spit was on her cheek, and she was like, you want something? He was like, yeah. I was like, ooh, you're nasty. It was nice though. I like to see you, but you nasty. You ain't even asking no questions of why she slobber like that. Like thick slobber and you want some? Oh, okay. Real freaky deek. That's why she ain't leave. She said, I know what you're capable of. She wanted that good thing back. She was not leaving without it. That was the first person she went to. She said, yeah, I'm about to turn you. We about to be together forever. I don't care what you're talking about. I'm not going back home to my husband. I didn't even want to marry him in the first place. I wanted you. That's why you can't be obsessed with people. Or think it's flattering when somebody obsessed with you. Like, that's dangerous. She was so obsessed with that man, she killed him. She wanted him to herself forever. And that's what she got. Because I think either way, Stack would have been cool. Like, he knew logically, like, they couldn't be together. Delta Slam, I liked him. Who else? Oh, when they put the dude outside, that was just, I think he was just drunk. Like, he wasn't even bleeding. And they went over and it was wine or whatever it was. I was like, damn. And then he opened the door too late. Cornbread messed him up. I think Cornbread was the scariest vampire, the scariest looking one. Like, Remick was scary, like old scary, like his nails, you could tell he'd been a vampire for a minute. But Cornbread, the way he shot him, and then his face was hanging off, and then he was eating it, I was like, oh. If they would have let him in that building, oh my gosh, Cornbread was gonna mess him up. I was scared, so I know they were scared. And when he gave him the money, I'm looking at him like, if you know this man a vampire, what he gonna do with some money? What is he gonna do with your money? He almost took his arm off. I think I jumped. I said, damn, and it was quick. Like, he was wasting no time. He was starving. And if he would have listened to Annie when she said, careful, you shouldn't even have did it. That's all it come down to. You shouldn't have given, I would have threw it real quick out the door. Like, I would have threw it on the ground. I'm not putting my arm to give you nothing. Especially if I know you can get me that way. Like, I know you can't cross this line. Why am I going to cross it to give you some money that you can't even use for real? What are you doing? So yeah, I would have did a quick whoop right there and had you pick it up. I'm not going for the okie doke. You cannot get me. Oh, I thought when Grace's husband came to the door, I think his name is Bo. I'm not sure. But when he came, he was like, come on, I got the car. I said, she about to go. I was just like, she about to go. She didn't go at that moment, but she did invite them in, which was, she made me mad. They should have taken her mouth shut. Because when she was trying to burn that bottle in the beginning, I said, oh yeah, she gonna be the one. She gonna be the one that starts some stuff. When Remick was baptizing Sammy in the water, I thought that was very, very symbolic. Cause I mean, he wasn't purposely baptizing him, but I felt like it was a message in there, like basically talking about religion, like it's not doing nothing. You're not washing no sins away. They repeating the same prayer you repeating. Like they know it too. And I think that's why I don't mess with religious people like that. Like, I don't think I have to be in the church every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for me to have a relationship with God. And those people are like the biggest hypocrites. I don't want to be around it. I didn't grow up going to church. I'm not taking my kids to church. Like, church is just not something I can get jiggy with. Especially when I know it's rooted in money too. Like, why does a church need to be 5 stories? Why is it that the pastor and his wife are always riding in the nicest cars, and then you got members of the congregation barely trying to pay their bills? Like, and then there's so many stories of people talking about, oh, well, my so-and-so lost their house or lost their car, and they went to the church and the church couldn't help them. But that church is the same church passing around that collection plate every single Sunday, and y'all steady giving y'all hard-earned money to a church to do what? For them to read you the Bible that you can read by yourself and keep your money? I don't know. I'm not seeing the correlation. And then it's also saying how spirituality has been around way longer than religion. Like Amy, that's the person you want to go to if something go down. Like, she knows some stuff. She was the only one that figured out what they were. Everybody else is sitting there confused. Like she said, it's either a Hank or a vampire. And Smoke was not messing with her in the beginning. Like, he was, why couldn't it save our baby? I was like, damn, that cut deep. But it was protecting you. I read somewhere it was like maybe the mojo bag was protecting him so much that I don't know. Somebody said maybe it was her karma for protecting him. I don't know the details, but he can't tell me that bag wasn't saving him and Stack's life. Like, as soon as he took it off, his ass got shot, hallucinating Annie and the baby, and his time was up. That's why he purposefully took the bag off before he went to go kill all them KKK people, because he knew the bag was protecting him. Like, after that night, he was a believer. Before that, he thought life was just life, and like, no, that was Annie protecting you. And I don't know too much about witchcraft or like voodoo. I don't practice none of it, but like, spiritually in tune, yes. I got that, but I don't like practice none of the stuff like Annie and stuff. Like, her whole shop had like powders and herbs and stuff. She knew what she was doing. She was counteracting the evils of the world. Like, she grew up with her grandma or something. They taught her what it was. But overall, it was a really good movie. Like, and I know I'm not touching on all the subjects because this was just a off-top episode. I wanted to talk about it. But it's way more stuff in the movie that y'all should go watch and find out for yourself. And it wasn't like, I think a real message was you cannot just run to religion when you're in need. Like, okay, Sammy was in the church, but he went to the juke joint, right? He said that he'll be back. He tried to recite the poem so God could help him, but then in the end, he had to help himself. Like, if he wouldn't have hit Remick with the guitar, Remick was gonna kill your ass. Like, the prayer slowed the evil down. I can't say that. But it didn't stop it. Like, he ultimately had to get that guitar and hit his ass up the head. When the guitar was made of silver, so I think that messed him up. Plus, the sunrise was coming up, so he had that to his advantage. And Smoke came out there and stuck him. I was like, yes, he got him. I was so proud. Oh, and then another thing that I was looking at was, because at the end, there's, you gotta watch to the end. Like, after the credits, it's a whole nother scene of when Smoke and Mary come and see Sammy in the club. And you could already kind of tell it was them because the front door person was like, hey, there's some people wanting to see you. Is it okay if they can come in? And he was like, yeah, let them in. And then when he said that, he was like, huh. And then here comes Smoke and Mary coming in they 90s attire, looking how they looking. So that's another thing. Like, evil can't just come into you. You gotta invite it in. You gotta be some type of participant, whether you know it or not. That's why you need to use your discernment so you don't just let evil all up around you. Like, you can meet somebody and you're actively participating in what they do, and next thing you know, your life falling apart. So you just gotta be mindful of who you're around. But yeah, once they came in and saw him, he told them what happened. So at the end, when Smoke shot up all the KKK people, apparently Stack was still in the barn, and that's not the barn. We find out later it's the slaughterhouse, but the juke joint, whatever. Okay, so Stack was still in there, and that's why the doors were locked from the inside, because apparently they made like an agreement, like, you stay away from Sammy, I'm gonna let you live. Because Smoke couldn't kill his brother, like, ugh. That's his brother. He had like a soft, that's your blood. I don't know. I don't know. They had that twin connection because I don't know if I would have trusted that you would stay away from Sammy. Like you would have to have some type of control because the way we was just fighting for 5 minutes and you trying to kill me, I don't know about it. And Stack was the one who turned Annie, so damn, I know that hurt Smoke. Like he had to be the one to kill Annie. If she didn't tell him to his face, like, kill me, I don't think he would have did it. I don't think he would have been able to. But she was not playing. Like, she took that stick, put it on her chest, and she was like, kill me. Like, I'm trying to go be with my daughter. And then she was like, see you soon. So Smoke already knew, like, damn, my time is coming soon. Might as well go out with a bang. But yeah, when he killed all them, I was happy. Because they was coming to kill y'all. When he killed the KKK people, I was like, yeah, he did that. I'm talking about, like, he came out. The boy works with it. I was like, damn. He was not playing. He threw that gun. Other gun was in the ground. Picked that up. I was like, yeah. That's how I needed to go. Because not y'all was going to take these men money and then come kill him. He said, I'm about to one up you. I got you. Don't even worry about it. He said, you got a cigarette? He said, F you, And then he was like, oh, okay. His ass fell down. I thought he was about to die right then and there. I said, he can't die without finishing him off. Because that's the man who started it all. He got to die. And then he was like, might as well give him the cigarette. So he gave him the cigarette. His ass took the whole pack, pocketed it. I said, as you should. And then he started hallucinating Annie. I was like, oh, he's going to be with his family. And I feel like at the end, they both got their version of being free. Like, Stack and Mary got to be together. Because I think it's in the 1930s or something. White people and black people couldn't be together. Like, he would have got lynched. She may have gotten lynched, but he for sure was getting killed. And I think that's another reason why he said all that to her, because he was trying to protect her, because he knew, like, relationship wise they could never be together. And then but yeah, so Stack and Mary had their version of their freedom. Like, they could be together literally forever. And then Smoke and Annie got their version of their freedom. Like, they both were grieving their baby. Annie, I don't think, was really tripping about dying. Like, she already knew when she was back there doing a little, I don't know what it's called, but the stuff in the bag and you roll it out and it tells you your fortune. Like, she knew her time was coming and she was okay with it. Like, she was ready to go be with her baby. And then when she was like, I'll see you soon, I was like, oh, she gonna wait for him. And when he was hallucinating them, I was like, yeah, he about to go be with his family. So yeah, that was his version of being free. Like, being with his daughter again and being with Annie, because he really loves Annie. I think also grief pushed him to having to get away. Like, I think he even said it. I think he was like, it hurts to be here, or it hurts to be around you, or something like that. But I don't know. It just all worked out. I feel like they could also do like a second movie, because they could bring the Native Americans. They could show more about how they were dealing with the vampires, because they knew before anybody. And then they could also do a second movie about Mary and Stack, like how they live in their life. Have they turned people? Like, are they out here killing people too? Well, they gotta be, because they're vampires, so they need blood. But on True Blood, they could get blood without killing people. So I wonder if they could do that. I don't know, but there's so many ways this movie could go. Like, it could really be a Sinners too. And they could make it hard. And plus, Sammy's still alive. They showed that in the end. So, like, how is his life moving on from this? Like, it's so many possibilities. Like, I'd definitely watch it if they did. I think that's what we Oh, she's Nigerian. Annie's Nigerian. Her name is Wunmi Mosaku. Wunmi. Okay, she's a Nigerian British actress. I love her. I remember her in Lovecraft Country. They need to bring that back. I'm mad they canceled that. But I feel like she was the perfect person for that role. All in all, I love Gast. I love the movie. It was really good. So yeah, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's good. I mean, I feel like it's somewhat overhyped, but like it's good. So like maybe it's not. You know? I'm all in for the movies. So yeah, go watch it. Thanks for watching.